Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for Detour number 40, and this is Train Valley 2. This game was just released yesterday, as I'm recording this. It will be about a week ago when this video is released, and it is a sequel to Train Valley 1, of course, which I've looked at previously in this series. And while that was more of it was a straight up puzzle game where you drove trains around and built tracks to get them to their destinations. This seems to have been expanded quite a bit with goods and stuff. I have not played it yet, and I haven't watched the trailer for it either. I just caught a glimpse of the screenshots on Steam. It is $9.99 and it has been released into early access. I got a 30% off coupon on Steam because I owned Train Valley 1. And so that's nice. And we're going to have a quick look at it. So I guess it's going to have an editor in the future. It would seem. Doesn't at the moment. We'll go into game. And we'll go into the first level, the forestry. Seems we don't have any other choice. Hello. Do I close you? Oh, okay. So just close them to continue. That should probably be a little more clear. So there's a lot more things going on. We have passengers and goods apparently. Connect the city with a logging camp. So this is the city. It apparently requires wood, and this produces wood. And then we have something over here that we have to build. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, so track laying works the same as it did before. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Don't really want to do that. Okay. So we transport workers here and then get wood in return, I would presume. Yeah. All right, so you can have more workers go to here. I hope this is not dispatched automatically. No, okay, good. Okay, we have a train limit now. Previously in Train Valley 1, you could have as many trains as you could fit on the tracks, pretty much. You just had to keep them from colliding with each other. So that is a train ready to be dispatched. And then we can see that we have one carrying workers there. So let's dispatch a couple of wood trains now. So the producers basically convert workers into resources. Okay. Sure, let's build that. Oh. That... Did not expect that to happen. Let's do that. And fix our trains up, I guess. Yeah, no, it's the same. So we're going to have some workers go over there. Then we're also going to need some wood over in the sawmill. Track switching looks the same. Yep, I done that already. Yep. Works the same. We're going to need some more workers over here to produce more wood. I'm not entirely sure what happened with the collision here. I think one of the trains dispatched automatically, but I'm not sure. Maybe I misclicked on something. Which is not ideal. I can't seem to zoom. That was close. Maybe a little too close. In the first game, you could zoom. And move the camera around, but currently it seems to be locked. Although I'm guessing that there may be bigger levels later on that will be where you will basically be required to move the camera around. Let's get another train. Let's speed this up a little bit. Kind of failed the first two challenges to finish this in 5 or 7 minutes. Now we have 9 minutes. We're kind of running out of time on that too. We need just the one more planks. And that's the level. So we're going to try this again, and we're going to pause there, which pauses the timer, which is nice. And we will... I'll see if I can get this done in the prerequisite time. So train can carry 2 units, but you can't send it out ahead of time. You do get money. for trains arriving. So I'll have to go to the... I can stop trains as well. I missed that first time around. And then the second bit of wood is going to go here. Second load of wood, that is. Dispatch you. Yep. I've already done that. Dispatch you, because we are going to need more wood. Yay. Now go away. Ah, that's just one. I should have waited. Oh, well. I think we should be able to get this done within... ...5 minutes. Hopefully. Alright, so we need this wood. And then we have 2 workers there already. Okay, 2 is track mode. 1, 2, 3. No, 3 is not demolish mode for some reason. Kind of would have preferred if the number keys connected to the time controls instead. Maybe you can change that in the settings. Now we basically just need to wait for that. And we have about 30 seconds for the final... Oh, shoot. Come on. Come on. 5 seconds. There we go. Whew. 1 second to go to spare. Wow. And just because I messed the switches up. Alright, but that's all 5 stars on that level. And then we can move on to level 2, the farm. So it's still kind of puzzly, which is nice. I like that about the... Oh, there's elevation now. Interesting. Okay, so what do we have? We have some kind of farm that takes in wheat, produces pigs or cows. Look like cows there. That's probably a cow as well. And then we have a farm over here that produces wheat. We have quite limited amount of money, which is annoying. I could cut through here, but that's incredibly expensive. Is it more expensive though? And this is actually more expensive to go around. I could avoid that tree there and get there cheaper. So I just cut down the one tree. Okay, and then we have sand, which is there. Now I can zoom. Oh, it's backwards. Okay. You scroll the wrong way to zoom in. Just scroll back for some reason. Okay. That's super weird, and I can't say I'm a fan of that. Now we have 7:30, 9, and 12 minutes. We also have do not allow any train to arrive at the Bronx Station challenge, and destroy objects with a combined worth of at least 6,000. Alright, so similar challenges as in the first game, which is perfectly fine. We start with 3 trains now, which is interesting. Can you spend money you don't have? No. Is the answer to that. So we could build a track to there now. And then as soon as that arrives, we can bridge this gap. So we need 4 wheat there, 10 sand. What do you need wheat and sand for? I guess making thatch. So those two will give us our 4 wheat there. I suspect it's going to change to require cows later on, so we're going to have to deliver wheat and workers up here. So probably want to go up here. So if I continue there, go that way, and then across there once we have the money for that. Then we're going to need, oh, I sent, well, I guess that's fine because I'm going to need the wheat later. Which I guess means we'll also want to, although I probably want to go across there, between there, so they don't interfere. Need more workers there. Now we can do that. What's this going to cost? 11,000. How lovely. All right. We're going to need more workers. Yeah, okay, so that needs 6 pigs now. Let's output, well, that's going to be 8, so I'm going to need 1 more there. And then I'm going to send another train out that is going to go up there, and then I can start sending sand there. So you are going to go there. You can apparently only store 4 sand. We can have some more workers coming up there because we're going to need 6 wheat, so we're going to need 2 more trains go there with workers. And then we're going to need 2 more trains go there with workers as well. Then we can have a... I can't send out the sand. Oh, I don't have trains for it. Right. To wait for one to become free. And now we can build this track there. We barely don't have money for that. Which is unfortunate, but it's all right, I suppose. Now you can come across here, connect that up, get wheat sent there. Still need 2 more trains with workers to go there. So we'll have those. Then we'll get a free train there. So that could take some sand. And we're going to stop this one, so we don't have any collisions. Now we can go again. And then we are going to need more workers up there, I think. Still actually need some more workers here. So we have 4 more sand to deliver there. And we're going to stop you. Start you again, so we delay a little bit. Don't think we're going to be able to make this in 7 minutes. $7:30 actually. Maybe we will actually. Yeah, we might actually be perfectly within that time. Just need this train to make it in 30 seconds. Let's fast forward. Come on. 5 seconds. Yeah. Didn't do the destroy objects challenge. So we failed. We failed a star on that. I wonder if you replay, if you have to successfully gain this, you have to get all of them all at once. So if you redo the level and you don't get the part-time for 3 stars, but you get this one, you still don't get all the stars. We'll find that out some other time. But we'll do one more level. And oh, faster and pull more cars. Lovely. All right, so we have glass, we have bricks, presumably we have sand for both of those. Right. We start with a bit more money this time. We're going to need some tracks, which is going to cost a bit. Kinda need... Oh, I can't... Can't... This is too slopey for tracks, so I can't build them there. Aw, shoot. Well, we can deliver workers now, so that's good. So we'll have some go to the sand place. Lowest part-time is still 7:30. We have avoid train crashes and spend at least 65,000. We can probably do that. Probably. Let's have the third one go to the glass factory. So we're prepared. Could buy a new engine slot or a new engine with a bunch of money, but I might want to try upgrading instead. Also going to need 15,000 to construct the brick factory. We're going to need a bunch of sand, so I'm going to have more workers go there. We've got 4,000 for delivering sand, which is nice. Let's try upgrading this engine. Nice. And then have that deliver 3 workers there. Kind of throws off the measurements a bit, I think. You can have some glass delivered, I suppose. And then we need more sand there. We only take 2, of course, because that's what's available. Let's have some more workers. Oh wait, no, you were a lower level engine. Just get money to build that. We'll have some more workers sent there. Then we're going to need 2 more sand there. So we'll dispatch another train there. And we can construct this. And we're going to have to go through those trees there to get a shortcut to the worker place. And then the rest of the sand is going to go to the brick factory. Now we can deliver glass and get a lot of money for that, which is nice. I want to connect that so I can start delivering workers there. Come on. Okay, that does it. Now we'll deliver 3 workers there, but although we only really need... Oh, shoot. I messed that up. So you have to stop. We'll turn you around. Start you up again, and then make sure to switch this so you don't go the wrong way. Then we can have one of you. Now I could make a track go here, which I guess would go towards the spending goal, but oh well. Let's have some more workers there. Dispatch another sand train, which will have come up this way. We're going to have you go that way. Oh, you need to go the correct way. Don't fail the goal of the station. Oh wait, no, that was the previous. So now we're producing bricks. We need 4 of those. So we need these 2 loads of sand. We have spent the prerequisite amount of money. Now we might make this within the part-time. What was part-time? I guess we'll see. That's just one pile of bricks, but whatever. $30 seconds. Don't think we'll make that. Do have the faster train to deliver the last batch, so we might. Oh wait, no, that was the slower train. Dang it, no. We failed that one. That's a bit unfortunate. We got 4 stars though. Alright, so I don't know how many levels there are in this early access version. I'm probably going to play through them all, but I'm going to end this video here. Okay, so I'm back. Probably didn't expect that. So, I usually don't do this, but I thought I would come back and correct some of the things I said and did in the last video and expand on some other things. Because I want to represent this game properly, because I think it deserves it, because I really like it. And to start with, there are 20 levels in this game, and I don't know why I failed or how I failed to just scroll up and check. I think I tried to drag the mouse to scroll, and when that didn't work, I just gave up. You can also use W and S to scroll. Use the scroll wheel, but that's super slow for some reason. And hopefully they will add more levels, because as you can see, I've played through all of them and nearly 100%ed the early access version of the game, so I hope they add more. The editor button on the main menu suggests that there will be a level editor, and hopefully you will be able to share levels via the workshop when the game releases, which will be lovely, because I definitely would try some user created levels if they're good. So we're going to go into one of these later levels now, and I'm going to pause, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the gameplay things that I got wrong, or that I've learned, some of the new things that I've learned since the previous recording, which I did about a week ago now. So, let's go into the jewelry factory because it's a bit of an interesting level. And I'm going to pause. I'm not going to actually play the level. We're just going to talk over it. So, one of the things that I got wrong is that I said you couldn't zoom. And I corrected that with some text, but I thought I'd show it. So, I've gone into the settings. I did go into the settings after I did that recording. And I saw that you could change the zoom bindings, and they were reversed. So I corrected that. So now scrolling up zooms in, and scrolling back or down zooms out, as it should be. I don't know why you would want to have it reversed, but maybe some people do. Maybe it probably feels more natural for them because that's what they're used to, or something like that. But to me, it's weird, and I like it this way. But as you can see, you can zoom in pretty far. I've never really zoomed in this far while playing, but sometimes it's useful for when things are blocking other things. Like there's a train and its icon is blocking a switch. Then you can zoom in and you can kind of get around it, which I've had to do in some cases. In this level, for example, I've had to do that up here because it can get a little congested. I've also learned that you can have a train go back to where it came from, and it will deposit whatever it's carrying. So, for example, if I dispatch a train from here, let's do that quickly. We'll just build some track over here. I can dispatch a train here with some workers, and then I can just, if I change my mind, if I got say the wrong type of engine, I can have them go back, and it will deposit the workers back into the pool. You can also do that with any resources. So if I were to dispatch some gold ore from this mine here, I could have it go back, and it would deposit the gold ore back into the mine. So I could redispatch it later on if I want to, or with a different engine. You can also, in the beginning, I thought you had to use the engines in the order they were here, but you can actually select them. You can press tab to go to the next one. You can select any engine as long as it's not been dispatched, which is nice. Now, so this level is interesting because it has two sections of the map that are isolated from each other. We have this pit here which has the gold ore and the sand, raw resources in them, or in it. And this town, of course. And it's completely isolated from the rest. And what you need to do is you need to build a tunnel either here or here, and you can see that here is cheaper, to connect it to the rest of the level. And you, of course, need to get these resources over to this side, to the glass mill and the smeltery, respectively, to be able to complete the level. And one of the nice things about this game, I think, is that it doesn't lie when it says it's a casual game in the store tags. But it also doesn't fail to provide a challenge if you want it. And what I mean by that is you have these stars here. You have these different requirements to get a number of stars. And if you just want a casual experience, you don't need to get all of the stars. You just need at least one, I presume, to unlock the next level. And that's it. and it's not particularly challenging to get just 1 star. You can just casually, you don't have to pay attention to the time limits at all. You can just do one of these other objectives like build 75 more or more track tiles, which you will probably do anyway while completing the level requirements. And you will get your star to unlock the next level. I don't know what happens if you get no stars. I don't think I've ever done that on a level. But if you want the most challenge possible, you want to complete the level with 5 stars, which you could probably tell I'd done on most of the levels, and got four at least on the rest. And I've replayed a bunch of them to up the number of stars I got, because I didn't get all of them initially. Because some of them are pretty challenging, like this one, for example. But if you, like I said, if you want the maximum challenge, you have to complete it, for example, this level in 13 minutes or less. And that is super challenging, because you need to be as efficient as possible. You need to dispatch trains as tightly as you can. You need to dispatch them to the right places. You need to get the money to be able to expand. So you start out with with $50,000, but if you want to build this tunnel, you have to spend most of it. So what I usually do, and I said I wasn't going to play the level, and I'm not, but I'm going to build some tracks just to show what I usually do. So here you can see I've connected these, the gold mine and the sand quarry, and already I don't have enough money to build that tunnel. Now I also built this track here, and what I usually do is I connect these up, and then I can start dispatching workers. And you have to figure out the most efficient way to connect things, earn money, and then be able to expand. For example, I need now to earn enough money to build that tunnel so I can get these raw resources to the processing facilities on this side. I also need this coal to go up here, and I need workers here. And it's pretty challenging, and some of the levels have different requirements, all different layouts. And then you also have the challenge of measurements. You'll notice that we start out with the 3-car train, or 3-car engine, and we have 2 requirements, the gold and the glass, that are in 3s, multiples of 3s. But then we have this requirement for decorations that is a multiple of 4. So what I tend to do is focus on these first, because that's what our current measurement is in. So I send 6 workers here to get 6 sand for the 6 glass. I send 6 workers here to process that sand. I send 9 workers here to get 9 gold ore. Then when I connect this coal mine, I need 9 coal. And then when I connect to this, I need to get 9 workers, 9 coal, and 9 gold ore here. And then I have the 9 gold ingots. And then when I upgrade these engines to the 4-car ones, which is the next step, then I can start sending out 4s. I need 4 sand, and then 4 more sand for the 8 decorations, because the decorations need glass and gold. I'm going to need 4 gold or 4 coal, and then 4 workers here, and so on. So when I start upgrading the locomotives, I can start sending out 4. But you don't really have to do that. You can just overshoot. But I like to be precise when I do that. But really, there's nothing stopping you from sending 6 workers here initially, and then having 2 left over, and then using them later or something. But yeah, I'm going to leave it off there. I really recommend this game if you like a challenging puzzle game, and especially if you like the first one. And I can't wait until I get access to more levels for this, either official ones or user created ones. And with that, I will see you in the next video.